भद्रं कर्णैभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैः स्तुष्टुवागं सस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. Let us pray together. We offer our salutations to the all-loving being who endows all beings with consciousness. We meditate on the Lord who is the origin of the universe. Lord, thou abidest in all, thou art all, thou assumest all forms, thou art the origin and goal of all. Thou art the self of all. Thou art existence, knowledge, and bliss. Salutations unto thee. May the world be peaceful. May the wicked become gentle. May all creatures think of mutual welfare. May be occupied with what is spiritual and abiding. May our hearts be immersed in selfless love for the Lord. Peace, peace, peace be unto all. Let us feel the center of our consciousness deep beyond the body and the mind, and yet shedding its light on body and mind. To get there, we transcend body and mind. Because we know the truth that I am not the body. Body changes, I do not. Body is seen by me, so it is not I. Thus I am not body. So I do not have birth or growth or death. I have no gender. I am neither rich or poor. I am not fixed in a location. Also, I am not mine. With that, I see I am one without second. I have neither pleasures nor pain, no elation nor depression. I am beyond time and space. I am existence itself. I am consciousness itself. I am the bliss itself. This is my true identity. I am that. Om. Peace, peace, peace. Om. Asatu ma sadgamaya tamasu ma jyotirgamaya mrityormam amritam gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Lead us from the unreal to the real, from darkness of ignorance to the light of knowledge, and from this limited mortal existence to the unlimited immortal existence. Peace, peace, peace. Dear friends, last Sunday we celebrated the birth anniversary of Sri Ramakrishna, who is known as prophet of religious harmony. And before we come to the example of Sri Ramakrishna conveying this great unique message of the harmony of religions, let us take a quick look as to what this concept of religious harmony actually conveys. When there are all different things, their coexistence is acknowledged. For example, there are so many different types of food that people eat, and so we acknowledge that some people like one kind of food, some people like another kind of food, and that is accepting the plurality of different varieties of edibles. But that does not necessarily mean trying to harmonize the different food varieties. It is so okay, it is your food choice. I don't prefer that. It happens with me many times because I may take very hot chilies and such stuff. So naturally, people salute that from a distance. It is, there is no need to harmonize. Okay, that is for you. Okay, but I don't want to harmonize my food by adding that. It is so that is one kind of acknowledgement of variety. So, in the field of religion, this also was a big milestone to achieve. In the field of food, it was fairly easy to achieve because it is something that is obvious. So people acknowledged that there is a different kind of food, some agreeable to some not, some types of food. Therefore, there is the saying that food for some, poison for some. So it is well acknowledged fact that there is the diversity in all such matters. And one, when we see that without any perturbance, we acknowledge it. We do not attach any moral label to it, or do not try to compel others to eat the food that I eat. It is. So we just say that, okay, that's okay for you. We acknowledge that a variety is there, it must be there. So the matter ends there. In religion, also, this idea, after a lot of sacrifice by many fanatic sects, uh, came to be accepted that yes, there are plenty of different religions, plenty of faiths, and okay, let us live and let live. It is, we had lot of wars over religion, and so let us forget that. We don't have to really uh, mm, see what is in other religion or study other religions. Let them have whatever their faith is. Let it be their problem. I don't want to get into it. So there is this that is called religious pluralism, that accepting the fact that there will be various religious faiths and they all have to be coexisting. So they will have the similar rights on earth. Heaven, you may decide later, that who goes to heaven and who doesn't go. But at least on earth, let them have the equal rights. That was a great step, friends. That was not there even in this developed part of the world. Not too long ago, about 150 years ago, in the state which is a progressive state like Massachusetts, Catholics were not welcome. Catholics are not non Christians, but according to the interpretation there, no, this is the state only for the Puritans. And therefore, no Catholics are welcome. If they come, okay. Later on, this concession was made. If they later on, if they come, they have to pay special extra tax. So that is how this the pluralism was not there. Fortunately, the Rhode Island state had pluralism. It was not harmony of religions, but it was accepting that there would be many religions, and the great statement that the founder of Rhode Island made, Roger Williams, his name. So Roger Williams mentioned this, that the anybody's faith will not matter when the domiciliary rights of any group are concerned. Whatever may be your faith, but your domiciliary rights, your right to live here, will not get discriminated on the basis of your faith. So that was that. In fact, he writes that they uh, that coerced religion, and that statement is kind of nice, the coerced religion stinks in the nostrils of God. So there should be no coerced religion. This is the pluralism of religions. There is still not harmony of religions. That okay, you follow your. There is no need for even dialogue or discussion. It is because the views are so rigid and incompatible with each other's views that okay, let us not even go there to avoid conflicts. So you live your way, I live my way. As far as the common grounds are concerned, that is, we will not fight over religion. So that was the idea, and that came to be accepted in this modern world gradually, because now all the world is kind of, it is a global village. So people of various religions are going to come in contact with each other, and they will be, like there will be marriages uh, in different faiths. It is so okay. That is there will be the students studying in the same school with various different faiths, and that is all very good. It is because we are together. So living together, let us find out a way to live together without coming in conflict with each other. It is, let us disagree on the matters of religion or on any other matter, especially in the matter of religion, since it doesn't really affect the social fabric much. Let us keep that apart, away from the society. You manage your religion in your personal way. That's it. It is thus the societies accepted that, and that became the definition in many countries of being secular state. The state is secular. That is right. He accepted that, Charlie. Yeah, yeah. That was an acknowledgement. I agree with you. Uh, so it is an acknowledgement that this in this the state is secular, means this, that no particular religious group will have any special privileges when it comes to the civic rights. The civic rights will remain completely alienated from whatever religion you may be practicing. So your religion is your personal matter. State will not interfere with that. It is, that is this secular model of society, which actually is not secular in the strict term. And a secular state like the communist states, religion is kind of banned in many places. No religion at all. But these secular states like United States or India or many, they accept that people will practice religions. They are not told not to practice religion. You can have your religious places, temples and synagogues, or churches, these masjids, everything is accepted. But as far as civic rights are concerned, they remain the same for everyone. So, this idea became very popular, but then there came a point where religion becomes, the different religions, both all are called religions, say Islam and Judaism and Buddhism, Taoism, Hinduism, all are religions. So there must be some common basis there. And a step has to be taken to go beyond the variety and find out the common ground on which they stand. And there lies the basis, the foundation for the harmony of religions. Foundation of religions is not synthesizing religions, but it is the understanding that all different religions are true and all are necessary. All are having the same basic principles. An example can be given, like we have different that people put on different kinds of clothes. There is immense, tremendous variety in clothing. Now, this is a variety is immense, but there is the underlying common principles. That is what an attire is going to do, what clothing is going to do, like it is covering the body, beautifying the body, protecting the body, all different variety of clothings will have this common idea in all of them. So there lies the seed for understanding the harmony. Like there are the different sizes, it is like the size of this shirt that I am putting on, that our friend Aditi sitting there. She, if I say, no, no, you also have to put on this cloth of this size, she will shudder at that thought. No, it is not going to be suitable for me at all. And she is right. And that why I should put on the clothes that will make me look so ugly. So therefore, no, I am not going to put on that Swami like clothings at all. So this is quite understandable. But the purpose of clothing, that she has her clothing and I have my clothing, uh, most of the purpose is similar: to cover the body, to beautify the body, and to protect it. So, moreover, the material with which they are made are similar. There is some fabric, so there and the fabric again has some kind of a yarn or threads. So all that is the uh, uniform thing there, common thing, and from that common thing, so many varieties come up. It is even amongst, say, cotton, for example, and there is the different types of thickness, different distance between the two threads of that yarn, and so you get so much of variety. It is so variety is immense, and yet there is this common basis. It is this acknowledging this common basis uh, in religion becomes the need, uh, because on that is that principle of harmony of religions rest, that there is a common basis for all different religions. So this is what we are going to discuss in the light of the life of Sri Ramakrishna. Uh, one can easily understand that in the matters which are discernible by our sense organs and can be very clearly thought by our brain, the agreement on those things is easier. That is why in sciences there are difference of opinions, but in general there is agreement because those things are based on sound reason and on sense perceptions. They are verifiable. So, therefore, on a broad scale, you see there are agreements. So, it is also the science does not dictate you to change your life. As long as you agree to the assertion intellectually, science is happy with that. You have to give that assent, that consent to that. Then that is fine. You don't have to really live up to that principle. So, this is the idea that you see this variety in science and can be easily accepted. But the variety in religion becomes very difficult to accept because there is no verification that is commonly commonly available to people. Believing Jesus, you will go to heaven. Now, how to verify that? It is that so many believed in Jesus. Did they really go to heaven or not? How to verify that? Ah, there is a story that it is in the uh, that some Sunday school, Christian Sunday school, it was being discussed that okay, that uh, it is that story of Noah's Ark and all that was that so many were there and all. So uh, the teacher said that nobody can go to heaven with body, and the one little student, little girl insisted that no, Noah went to heaven. Teacher asked, how do you know Noah went to heaven? The child said, I don't know, but when I go to heaven, I will see if there is Noah or not. And then the teacher said, but the Noah may not be in the heaven, he might have gone to hell. And the little girl said, then you verify it. Anyway, so it is they who knows where who goes, you see. They impossible to verify. There is another such story that I had told before that a very little child like this, that's Sarika sitting there. Good, yeah. So, one, of course, she won't say like that what the girl in the story said. So, uh, one of her aunts was playing with her, talking to her, and said, hey, hey, do you love me? Yes, yes. Can you give me a kiss? Yes, yes, sure. And then that was done. Then the aunt asked further, you said you love me. Do you really love me? Yes, yes, I really love you. Will you cry then when I die? And the child said, yes, I will. Show me how will you cry? and the child says, first die, then I will show how I cry, So it is, that is how these things are not verifiable. The assertions that religions make, they are not verifiable at the mundane level. And then at the level where they can be verified, most people do not want to go there or cannot go there, even if they want. So, therefore, who is correct is difficult to state. So, it is there, therefore, all are correct. Only is another way of saying that all may be incorrect. It is, who knows, there is no, and that in this scientific rational age, when people were not having that obeisance or acceptance to the belief systems, naturally, a lot of people became atheists. They have, maybe many have some faith to their name. Like one lady told me, she was honest, that what is, we met at the bus stop somewhere here in Providence. And he said, well, I am a non practicing Catholic. What is non practicing? Means kind of I was baptized and all that, but I don't do anything. I have nothing to do with it. Most Hindus are like non-practicing Hindus, it is, they are Hindus by birth or so forth, but they do not have any affiliation in the practical sense with religion. They don't practice anything. So, therefore, in a way, they are just atheists uh, because they don't practice it. So they are just atheists. It is to be seen, therefore, that uh, to have the harmony of religion, we need to have some understanding of religion and some practical application to it. We have to practically apply those principles in life, and then there would emerge the principle of harmony of religions. There is the statement of the sages that illumine us to some extent, but there again we accept that on faith, like the uh, old Vedic statement, Rigveda statement, that you see present put outside there. It is, of course, there is the similar statement by Sri Ramakrishna that uh, ekam sad vipra bahudha vadanti, means the truth is one. The sages call it by various names. So you accept that on the basis of the authority of the sages. There are many such uh, sentences you find, and they certainly point to the harmony of religions, but uh, there was no experiential evidence cited there. That changed with Sri Ramakrishna. That Sri Ramakrishna, his harmony of religions, why he gets called prophet of harmony of religions, because you find those similar statements in Bhagavad Gita and Vedas and in many other religious texts also. Sporadically you find such sentences. But why Sri Ramakrishna is very special in this? That because he himself practiced all different religions very sincerely to the culmination of each of them. While practicing one religion, he was practicing exactly that and that religion alone. Nothing else was getting mixed in it. Just as while walking on one path, you do not mix other path with it. You just follow that path. So similarly, Sri Ramakrishna was very sincerely following each of the paths that he was at a given point of time practicing. And he saw that at the end of each of these paths, he came to have the same experience, the same truth was experienced by him. And so, on the basis of that experience, Sri Ramakrishna says, yes, all religions are different paths leading to the same one truth. So there you have the harmony based on experience. And so, since Sri Ramakrishna's teachings they are based on his experience, and he assures that yes, God can be seen, and the life is for seeing God. As he says that you must practice it. As one starts practicing, what happens is that one starts seeing the point of view of the other path also. It is if we are not practicing, then we will not be able to see that. But a good example of that is like uh, if you think of a circle. Hmm, that each of us is on a point on the circumference of that circle. Imagine, you all know circle. Hmm. So, do you know, Mayuk, what is a circle? Yeah, great. So, how many points are on the circumference? Can you tell? Infinite. And how many centers are for a circle? One. Correct. Thank you very much. That is important in our discussion. That it is one center uh, for all the infinitely many points. And that one point, one center, is the goal of all religions, which are like different points on the circumference. So there would be infinitely many points. Different religions, how many infinitely many opinions would be there? It is we give broad names like say Christianity, but again there would be in Christianity would be at least 10, 15 different sects, and sometimes they don't see eye to eye. It is yeah. Anyway, then there would be some say, for example, uh, Catholic. Is it a homogeneous thing? No, there are different groups, and different the sects of Catholics. So some are like Carmelites, some are Dominican, some are Franciscans. So many different groups are there, and so it becomes then difficult which group is correct. Well, all the different groups, if they look at each other, there will be distance between them, just as uh, people standing on the circumference of the circles, when they look each other, there will be difference amongst them. Uh, think the two people, this will be a typical example. The two people standing at the two ends of the this diameter of the circle, and 2 points, and both are looking to the center. Imagine a circle, a diameter of it, and the people sitting on the 2 points, and both are looking to the center as their goal. They will say, your doctrine is opposite to my doctrine. You want to go to east. From my position, I see I have to go to west. So there is this incompatibility. But what Sri Ramakrishna, and in the words of his chief disciple and propagator of his message, Swami Vivekananda, is that if each starts going towards the center, that is following the religion. If each starts going towards that center, what will happen? Then the mutual distance between them will start reducing. If you picture the circle, you will easily see this, that the distance between the red eye goes on reducing if you go towards the center on them. So it is thus, when you go to the center, all different red eye, they merge with each other. There is no distance between them. So that is how, when you realize the truth, they all become one. So the harmony of religions that Sri Ramakrishna practiced and preached was based on this truth and this experience. So, about that, let me invoke the words of Holy Mother. That, and I am quoting from this beautiful book, Sri Ramakrishna, the great prophet of harmony. So, here you find Holy Mother telling that it is, the discussion was going on amongst the devotees in her presence, that what is the biggest contribution of Sri Ramakrishna. And some naturalists spoke as harmony of religions is his most important contribution. Holy Mother did not contradict it, but said that it never occurred to me that he practiced all the religions with the express motive of preaching the idea of spiritual harmony. He was always in his mood of divine ecstasy. He practiced all methods through which the Christians, the Mohammedans, Vaishnavas, and others worship God and realize the truth, and thereby he tasted God's discourse in uh, diverse ways. Days and nights passed by him without any notice. But what you should note, my dear, is that renunciation is his special message for this age. Mm. It is what is really that renunciation, and what is its connection with the harmony of religion? The renunciation in the Vedantic sense, or in the spiritual sense in general, is the giving up the idea of I and mine, that this body is I. It's an erroneous, wrong idea, and I am not the body. So, giving up this idea, and also giving up my, that this belongs to me, this belongs to me. No, there is nothing like mine. To give up this, renunciation is this. So when you give up this renunciation, when you give up this idea of this is mine and that is not mine, what it means is giving up that this is my religion and that is Charlie's religion. No, that mine, that my idea about them also is given up, and that makes the uh, harmony of religions possible, because there is no my particular religion as such. I and my is being given up. Imagine, although we may not be giving up I and mine at this instance, but you can imagine, that, yeah, when it is given up, that my opinion, that also is given up. It is because when it is my opinion, I have to defend it. Even if I understand it is wrong. Many times this does happen. Even after somebody uh, understands that I was wrong, it is not quickly confessed because it hurts the ego. Huh? I was wrong, how could it be? So, therefore, even though I understand, I continue to defend my position. And thus, even though I say that all other religions also fundamentally are saying the same thing, it will hurt my congregation, that my number will go down, my speciality will not be there, and therefore I don't want to acknowledge it. But with Sri Ramakrishna, his religion, well, all these are his religions. There is no my particular religion as such. So giving up that makes for Sri Ramakrishna the religious harmony very simple and easy. So therefore, knowing this is he was the lover of God, and he practiced all different paths just to uh, experience God by various different paths. On During the symposium last Sunday, our Vishwanath used a very nice term about Sri Ramakrishna, that he was uh, a religious glutton. Glutton means he was just so much into that he would take the religious ideas of all different sects, digest them, not just eat them. They take in, digest, and realize. So that was Sri Ramakrishna. On the basis of that, now he sees that all religions ultimately have this same one truth to tell. I quote from this book another passage, a short quote given by Swami Vivekananda. Swami Vivekananda says, uh, other teachers taught special religions which bear their names, but this great teacher of the 19th century made no claim for himself. He left every religion undisturbed because he had realized that in reality they are all part and parcel of the one eternal religion. Yeah, many attempts had been made, like it is in the history, the Emperor Akbar. He tried to, take uh, good things, so called, from every religion, put together and form a religion. It naturally didn't get much too many adherents, but because the problem in that is, you say therefore that a religion has something good and there is something bad. That is not acceptable. that every religion has as a path only right and good things. It is to accept that it has something bad already makes it non-religion. So, and who is to decide what is good in that one religion and not good in that religion? Who is to be the judge of it? So, it is not possible to do that. Sri Ramakrishna never ever took this approach that take some part of this religion, some part of that religion, and like that make all a synthesis of different things. That was not done by Sri Ramakrishna. Each religion is the path to God realization in its own right. It doesn't need to add something. It is already, every religion is in that sense self sufficient. But we have to acknowledge that there is the common basis for that. So, therefore, they are to be practiced in the right way, and thus they become the religion. And as you proceed, you see the fellows following other faiths also getting there. So that establishes the true harmony of religions, that yes, all religions are true because they go to the same destination. And that is what Swami Vivekananda meant when he said that I am not here to convert you to Hinduism. I came to make a Christian a better Christian. Means implementing the principles of Christianity to reach the goal. A Muslim, a better Muslim. A Judaic, a better Judaic. A Hindu, a better Hindu. Yeah, that is better means instead of wasting time in quarreling, go on your path, and that will establish the harmony. I will conclude by telling two very illustrative stories told by Sri Ramakrishna. One of them is that uh, there was, at many going to a tree, and then they saw a creature there and reported to a gentleman, that I saw the creature, that some kind of a creature there. It was a creature, but yeah, anyway. So it is, and it is a blue color. The other said, oh, I also have gone there and I saw that what you are telling, but it is not blue, it is red. Hmm. Another said, yes, I also had gone there, that it is, I also have seen, but that is not the color. Other description is okay, but what I saw had a yellow color. Others said, no, it is green. Why are you unnecessarily fighting? I have seen it is green. And they had a fight. That after all, what cannot be decided by argument, then one has to come to, to give punches to each other. Let us see who wins. So then one man came there and said, oh, let me tell you, you are all right, but you are all wrong. I stay under that tree. And so that creature that you are describing is called chameleon, and that chameleon changes the colors. It is sometimes red, sometimes gray, sometimes blue. It changes the colors. So all of you are right, but all of you are wrong because your knowledge is only partial. So, therefore, uh, this person staying under the tree, what does it mean? The one who has realized the goal of all religions. So, realizing the goal, now always in that divine experience, now you know that all these are right. And when they go to that spot, they should not waste time in quarreling. Go to the tree, be there for a day, and see how that creature changes the colors. And then there will be the harmony of understanding between them, not just plurality, harmony. That another story that Sri Ramakrishna told, it is an age old story that the six blind men uh, went to tell about the elephant. And then one of them told that elephant is like a rope. Another said that it is like a pillar. Another said, no, it's like a wall. So another said that it is like a digger. So, what is then the elephant? Is the elephant like a wall? Is the elephant like a pillar? Is the elephant like a rope? All is right. But by adding their opinions, you don't get the picture of elephant. That is synthesis. Okay, let us agree elephant is like a pillar. Elephant is like a rope. So put a rope there, put a pillar there. Does it make it elephant? It doesn't make elephant. So how do they get to this idea what elephant is? That somebody, for example, is feeling the tail and thinks that elephant is rope. Now that fellow just move the hand on the other parts of the elephant, and when it will touch the legs of the elephant, it will see that yeah, elephant is like pillar also. So, and elephant is like this also, and something more than that as well. So, it is not adding various aspects, but it is seeing that these are all facets of the elephant. So, this is the understanding of the harmony of religions, that the goal is the same. That goal is to be pursued practically. And when that happens, our life will be illumined. And also, the quarrels, disharmony between religions will end. So, harmony, today we saw, it is, although it requires basically the acceptance of plurality, plurality of faiths is not harmony of faiths. Secondly, the harmony of faith comes by practice. The matter is that of experience. And when we do that, we will see the what Sri Ramakrishna stated. He did not put his stamp on anything. That is what Vivekananda says. He did not put a stamp that it is I who have discovered this truth. No, it is. You see that this is how you can have the harmony. I am very happy that there are many great thinkers who are consciously or unconsciously coming to this idea of harmony of religions now. So let us see that the fabric of this religion as such is now based on this principle of harmony, not just pluralism. not just tolerance, but acceptance as the genuine path that leads to the goal. Thank you very much, friends. We will think of these ideas for half a minute, and then, in case if you have questions, please feel free to ask. Uh, Otherwise, of course, the program will proceed further with Arati and then soup supper. Anybody having question? Nobody has a question here. Oh, that Rupak has a question, and then Abhijit has a question.
Uh, uh, Pranam Maharaj. So, as you said, today's world, most of the people they are non-practicing Catholic, non-practicing Hindus, and non-practicing all the religion. So now, to see the harmony of the religion, the standard you are setting is so high. Means somebody has to go back to their religion and start practicing all this path, and then only you can realize that that all the religion is saying same thing.
Yeah,
So do you think it is practical in today's world?
well, today's world, you know, the truth cannot, adjust to society. The society has to adjust to the truth. Now, it is true that it is most people will not take up the practice of religion, and therefore they will not find this harmony of religion, because fundamentally they are not finding religion at all. And so, harmony of religion is out of question. It is only for a few to discover it. So, for others, it will be a closed book. So, it is not just studying the doctrines of different religions, but it is the dwelling deep into their one's religion by practicing. Then we discover this truth of harmony. This is a bar. It is, you may say that it is very high, but everybody uh, can practice religion, then they will realize it is otherwise, it is no. Let me give another example. What about science? How many really practice it? They just believe, isn't it? We believe that hydrogen and oxygen combined uh, gives us water. In this hall, how many have actually done it? We just believe that yes, yes, it is true. So, in most respects, the people are ignorant and they cherish their ignorance. What can be done? Not just in the matter of religion, in other things also it is like that. But if you want to realize, experience the truths of science, you have to practice it. You have to learn it at depth. Otherwise, you will not get it. It is so. Religion also, same. That harmony of religion. Otherwise, it is just I don't care. That kind of harmony. It is so. But you will realize it only then, even if there are few people. That's all right.
Yes. So I guess everybody has to have faith in their belief system. um, that evidently reflects as, like my Sri Ramakrishna is an avatar. I am convinced about it. Others may not be. Um, it's all about like my Ishta, my Guru, my path.
Yeah.
Where does me and mine, how can I give it up?
Ah, yes. My path, if like Sri Ramakrishna is my chosen deity, then I follow Sri Ramakrishna. And Sri Ramakrishna gave up I and mine, told the followers to give up I and mine. And in that sense, I have to give I and mine, give up I and mine too. So that it is now stretching the scope of the words that should I give up then my practice of religion also? No, no, that is not what is meant. It is one has to give up I and mine in the sense that the adherence to one's opinion as the only true one, that has to be given up. So it is one has to follow those. My religion means my whatever my guru has told, whatever Sri Ramakrishna has told, I follow that, and gradually we discover this harmony of religions. That what Sri Ramakrishna is saying is also told by Jesus Christ, not just by the words, but you see the practical implications of it as we study that, they come to, uh, they start touching us. It is difficult to describe that it is not just intellectual understanding, but as we practice, those things start touching us. As Sri Ramakrishna said, somebody has heard about milk. Very nice. I like that beautiful analogy. Some people have just heard about milk. They have some idea of milk, that's all. It is, some people have seen it. That is the next level, another idea. Some people have actually uh, drank the milk and thus have become acquainted with the nutritional potential, the taste, and all that of milk. So, therefore, the religion also, when you have a only superficial idea, that is one step, better than not having any idea, some superficial idea. Then you go further, you see, and then you taste. So that is how your understanding widens, deepens, and then you see the opinions of others also are true. It is with practice you realize it, without practice you don't. Yes, Sukalya?
So, Maharaj, there are these non practicing people that you mentioned. But there is also now this movement of not religious but spiritual.
Okay, yeah.
So, does that mean they are automatically harmonizers of all religions?
Well, uh, this phrase has acquired this oft quoted thing. It is current phrase, not religious but spiritual. What I have come to see, it only means that I don't follow any religion, but I accept that there is some uh, fundamental reality that governs everything, a spirit that is that is governing everything. I just acknowledge that they are not spiritual in the sense that they are doing spiritual pursuits. No, it is, but they, uh, are that no, I am not following any religion. So, just as a facade that I should not be called atheist because that becomes another religion. Am I a follower of atheism? No. So, therefore, I don't accept religion. I am not religious, but I am spiritual. Only in most cases is a matter of negating that I am religious. What would that person? I have not found many people who say like this have any understanding of what is spiritual. So, therefore, it is a superficial statement, and there is, of course, some depth. Some have gone to the depth that yes, I see all different religions, and they speak about the inner consciousness, the spirit. So, one idea behind this word spirit is it is non corporeal, it is non material. And so they accept this that they have to transcend the realm of sense perception to get to this ultimate truth, spiritual. So that is so for some who are ready to transcend, that becomes the meaning of it. Yeah. Thank you. Any question up there?
Yes, there are two questions. First question from Absolute.
From Absolute.
Yes.
Wow.
Should religion be used in politics for political advantage? Should it used as it can enable good values in politics which can work for better social cause? It should not be used as it brings violence.
It is when things are brought to the political forefront, then the ideas are different depending on the nature, the attitude of that person who is bringing them on the political front. Like Mahatma Gandhi used religion uh, in his personal life to be pure, truthful, and so forth. That is one thing. But then every politician, even in America, in India, wherever there is democracy, religion is used to get the popular support of more and more people because it is matter of getting votes. So therefore, when there is election, you see the candidates going to different churches, different temples, and yeah, so that is not a correct idea to use religion for that purpose. But in a personal life, yes, it is to accept and implement the deep religious values is certainly going to be beneficial. And when one does is that if one becomes clean, the politics that person does becomes also to that degree clean.
Second question, same again from Absolute. Is fear, insecurity, like many other Shadripu, brings reason for fear in support of itself as intellect is colored by it? If this is true, then what is a way to align intellect with good values and what?
Well, I think anyway, Absolute had asked similar question in our class at Connecticut today. But let me again clarify that unless one, the fear is not liked by anybody. The fear is to be overcome, and the way to overcome fear is to love. By loving, we feel the oneness, and the fear of other starts diminishing. Can you read that question again? I find it, not. It's a quite long question.
Long question.
Yeah.
So there are two parts. Is fear insecurity, like many other Shadripu, brings reason for fear in support of itself as intellect is colored by it? That's the question.
Yeah.
If this is true, then what is a way to align intellect with good values and what?
Yes, of course, this is always a matter of intention. It is intellect is a means. It doesn't determine things. It determines according to the user who uses it. So, in itself, intellect has no basis. So, if you want to use intellect to remove the enemies of realization, what you said, Shadripu, the six enemies of realization, these to counter them, if you use intellect, it is a good use of intellect. The fear, if you have fear, don't support it by putting intellect there, but use intellect to overcome it. That will be the better use of intellect. If we support fear, and I know there are plenty of people who build a cocoon of reason, rationality around what they fear. It is. They are all actually, from the point of view of others, it is all irrational. But this person still gives so many reasons for such fear. So that is what happens there. The reason is used in a very detrimental manner. It is like, you have, say, a knife meant for, say, dressing the veggies and other things in the kitchen. But then if you use it to cut your own finger, then that's not a good use. That is not the knife's use. So, using the reason to support one's fear means you cannot get rid of the fear, because you are giving more props for that fear. And it is really a problem, a psychological problem, that supporting one's fears or phobias by giving rational to those. It's very commonly done. It should not be taken up. Like a person I know, very much afraid of dog. And whenever there is a dog nearby, that person gets seized with so much of fear. No, 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 dog, no. Now gives reason. If it is just fear, that is one thing, but the reasons are brought in, that why dog is to be, one should fear dogs because it may bite you. Gives lot of reasons. If suppose the dog bites me, I will have to take so many injections and all that, or even I may get hydrophobia and I may die because of that, and so many reasons are given. But don't you see that it is all a phobia? You are supporting it with so many reasons. So that is not the right thing to do. Let us not support our so-called weaknesses to make ourselves further weak. Let us make ourselves strong. That is the better use of reason. So, is there another question? No. So let us conclude with the closing prayers, but some announcements. You know, I will be away. I will be visiting India for almost the whole month of March. And whenever I am not here, maybe visiting India or not, but when I am not here, it becomes an opportunity for the congregation to listen to wonderful speeches by the guest speakers. So this time also is like that. Wonderful programs have been arranged. Next Sunday, it will be the talk by our devotee and friend and a scholar, uh, Forgive, Not Forget, by Teresa. Uh, the Tuesday talk, coming Tuesday, Yogatmananda will give. Friday talks are almost all cancelled during March, except the last Friday, 31st of Friday, 31st of March is Friday, and that day we will have again the uh, class on stories from Srimad Bhagavatam. There will be the day-long meditation on coming this Saturday as well, being the first Saturday of the month. So that will go on as usual. The morning, evening meditations and prayers, that also will continue as usual. So let me uh, conclude with the closing prayers, and you are all then joining the arati, and then let us go for the soup supper. May the divine, who is Father in heaven of the Christians, Holy One of the Jewish faith, Allah of the Muslims, Buddha of the Buddhists, Tao of the Taoists, Great Spirit of the Native Americans, our Mazda of the Zoroastrians, and Brahman of the Hindus, lead us from the unreal to the real, from darkness to light, from death to immortality. May the all-loving being manifest himself unto us and grant us abiding understanding and all-consuming divine love. Peace, peace, peace be unto all.
Jai Shri Buddha Dev Ki Jai. Jai Shri Jesus Christ